I've already opened it, obviously. I'm filming with it right now. Okay. So first of all, this camera is on the market for more than a year now. All the big guys on YouTube have bought it, reviewed it.
The Sony A7S III is incredible.
The Sony A7S III.
A7S III from Sony, and I'm happy to report that it does not disappoint.
The Sony A7S III has been announced, and it is a really good camera.
The new Sony A7S III.
This is not a deep dive into the specs of the camera, but if you're interested and you want to know a lot about this camera, I recommend Peter Lindgren, Matti Haapoja, or obviously Gerald Undone. If you need any sort of tech deep dive into any gadgets, just watch this guy. Actually, Gerald is one of the guys that convinced me that this camera is perfect for my needs. Okay, so first of all, let's talk about why did I buy such an expensive camera? Because honestly, with that money, I could have probably bought one more GH5 and a couple of more good lenses. Now, am I gonna sell my GH5? No. I do need another camera body, plus the GH5 is still such a great camera even today because I can film 4K 60 frames plus 422 10-bit. However, one of the main reasons of why I did buy the A7S III is this, the Micro Four Thirds sensor. I don't care what you say, if you're serious about what you're doing and you want to do this long term, get yourself a full frame camera. And for all of you guys that are like, Alex, but the gear doesn't matter, man. You can achieve this and that with just your phone now. No, just no. If you're doing YouTube videos and you have a phone and a GoPro, just awesome. Keep doing that. But listen, if you're someone like me and like a trillion other people that do this and are freelancers, have client work, you need to keep upgrading your gear. So the main reason of why I even bought this camera, it's because I have client work. Now I can not only film with a way better camera, but also document what I'm doing for YouTube, for you guys. At first, I wanted to spend half of the money and buy the A7 III. However, after about 2 months of research and asking here and there and seeing footage on YouTube, comparing this with that, I was like, look, I'm gonna invest for the long run because to be honest with you, the more client work I'll get, the more I'm gonna get my money back from these investments. It's always been like this with every single piece of equipment I bought in the past. So I'll tell you right away, if you don't make money with it, it's pointless to buy such an expensive camera. I do love that they finally added a flip screen to this camera. I can't tell you how useful this is, and I have it on my GH5, I had it on my GH4, and for a couple of years now, I looked at Sony and I was like, why are they not listening to the consumers? You may think it's not such a big deal, however, when you flip your screen and you want to take some low pictures or take some up-top videos, or you can't imagine in how many scenarios a flip screen is useful. Another thing that is huge for Sony coming with this camera is that they finally switched their menu system. It's this cascade structure now that Panasonic had for a couple of years. Now, I'm new to Sony, so for me, everything about this camera is brand new. I really love the grip. The whole build of the camera has such a high quality feel to it. And what I did right away after buying it was purchase 2 more items. First of all, a cage for it, and second of all, an adapter for my Sigma lens. My Sigma lens is not full frame, I was mainly using it on my GH5, so basically you're gonna get this view if I use the 18mm on it. Okay, let's talk about the elephant in the room. This autofocus, oh my camera. This is just... what? Who? Me? See, autofocus. Autofocus. Now, in a perfect world where I have money to just throw around the window, I would keep this camera for mainly video purpose and some pictures for social media, and buy the new A7 IV because that's such a photographer beast. Now, is this camera for you? First, answer these questions. Are you mostly a photographer and shoot video from time to time? Then no. Do you just want a camera to take with you on vacation? Buy a Panasonic GH4. Do you already own the A7 III and you want to buy the S3? I don't know what to tell you, but if I would have owned the A7 III, I would have kept it because that has 24 megapixels, which is great for photography, and buy an A7S III to focus on video. The A7 III is still a full-frame camera and has double the megapixels that the A7S III has. And for video, less is more. Less megapixels in the A7S III makes it a beast in low light. Now, I'll see how things go within the next 6 months or so, but in an ideal scenario, I'd love to get a couple of G Master lenses for it. I would love a 16 to 35 millimeter and a 24 to 70. What am I mostly gonna use this camera for? Well, client work, that's for sure, but also making videos here for you. Listen, I'll let you in on a little secret. All the companies that were selling the A7S III in Denmark were selling it for the exact same price. However, there was only one company 3 hours away from me that would sell it with an extra battery. But I didn't want to travel 3 hours to buy the camera. So what I did was I called a local company and I said, hey, these other guys are selling it for the same price, but they give me an extra battery. Can you also match that offer? This was me writing to them on chat. So basically they said, yeah, someone from sales will get back to you. Then someone from sales did get back to me within an hour or so and said, sure, we're gonna match that offer. And I don't know if this sounds common to you, but for me, that was such a win that day. I felt so good about my negotiation skills. After all, I do have a degree in sales. So yeah, I didn't want this video to be technical or start comparing footage. I just wanted to make sure that if there's any of you out there that want to buy such a camera, such an expensive camera, that you can justify it. And if you're wondering, I am filming in S-Log 3, however, it's 4208-bit, not 42210-bit, because my PC still can't handle that kind of footage. However, if you're curious, this is how it looks ungraded. This is back with the colors. I know, right? I think I'm gonna make a couple more videos about this camera in the future after 6 months or 1 year of using it to really give my personal review on it. However, if you liked this video and you found it a little bit valuable, please subscribe to the channel, like this video, or if you didn't, let's do it anyway. Awesome. Ciao guys, I'm out.